guys, today we have a review from Odyssey Fuel. This is Ichor. What better name? So Ichor, I had to look up the meaning of this one. It's the blood, the liquid in the blood that flows from the veins of the gods. I'm like, how badass is that for a pre-workout name? Just absolutely love it. So Odyssey Fuel, these guys have been on a journey to launch their product. I know they had some things fall through with manufacturing, and they reached out to me. They were the very first supplement company to reach out to me and ask if I could review their product, or tell me that I could review their they actually want me to review their product, and like maybe at the time had like 35 subscribers. So we've been on a journey ourselves together, me kind of patiently waiting, them patiently trying to get shit figured out. So I really appreciate them, and much love to them. And obviously they sent me this really badass hat. It's called Odyssey Dad Hat, so why not send the dad hat to the GYMDAD Fitness? And then a nice little slick shaker bottle. Very clean, very crisp. Love the way they kind of simplified the bottle. Also, they also have like attire, like really badass shirts and hoodies. Fornius rocked a Odyssey Fuel hoodie on one of his early guest reviews. I can't remember if it was Toxic Masculinity review or what. But anyway, they have really awesome clothing line too, so got to support that as well for someone that also sells like shirts and joggers. But anyway, so let's get into the weigh-in first. Now, I grammed this out before, and it's pretty much right on point. The claim is 18.99, and I'll just do it real fast for you. Zero that out. We're gonna do this whole thing in one. The weigh-in, we're gonna do all in one recording here. So hold on here. So it comes in right at 18. So they nailed it on the grammage. 18.99's the back of the label, and then heat was like 18.2. And let me mix this thing up for you real quick. And I've had this thing multiple times now in various ways. We'll get into that in effects, but the flavor, you're gonna want to get yourself a good amount of water. Just getting you a heads up. It's very strong. No artificial colors. There is sucrose, but that's pretty standard for the pre-workout industry. But kind of like a light limeish color. Like I said, the flavor is cucumber lime, and I love it. It's very unique. It's very different. I would rather people think outside the box and do something completely unique, like a cucumber lime, and it be like a solid 8 out of 10, than just doing a blue raz and being a 9 out of 10. More inclined to always get the unique one for me. But delicious flavor. Like it's strong though. So get yourself plenty of water, which isn't bad, because I'll tell you the way I've took this pre, and why I like the fact that you kind of need a lot of water to flavor it down. So very, very stout in the flavor. And the maker of Odyssey Fuel, in conversations with him, he also recommended mixing it with a lemon lime Gatorade too as well. I never did give that a try, but maybe like, if you want some pre-workout carbohydrates, try throwing it in there. To me, it might be a little bit sweet as overkill, but to his own, maybe that thing's freaking badass. But that's just another pro tip he threw my way. But anyway, let's get into the label breakdown. So pretty short label here. Short list, but stacked ingredients. So starting from the top, we got pink Himalayan sea salt at 200 milligrams, citrulline malate at a 1-to-1 ratio, so 4 grams each, and that's 8 grams total. Beta alanine 3.2. That's going to give you those itchy tingles, kind of like the delayed onset fatigue, performance-wise. If people kind of know it for the itchy tingles. betaine anhydrous 2.5. That's a power output, performance style ingredient there. Carnitine. We see this in a lot of fat. Let's break this down. So how this one kind of fits in, I can see this going either two ways for you. You can either utilize it as a morning pick-me-up, or like if you do cardio in the morning, something light that give you a little bit of kick, but nothing over the top. Also with that beta alanine, you're still gonna like feel the pre-workout as well. And so that I love the fact they put that in there. And this is a good source beta alanine. I'm really glad that it's a source that you actually feel. I'm pretty desensitized to beta alanine, and every damn time I've taken this pre, I feel that beta alanine. And so I've used this thing in the morning quite a bit. That's been my go-to. Before I take the dog on a walk, I like a little bit of caffeine in the morning. I kind of have a general like caffeine, I call it my stim bank, where I don't like to go over like a total amount of caffeine per the day. And so I really like to save my stems for my pre-workout. I almost compare it, if any of you guys, to me, obviously we've all drank beers before and had a good time. And it's almost like when you drink and you have a good buzz, it's nice and sweet buzz, but then you stop drinking and then you try to pick it up back again a couple hours later, it just doesn't hit the same. I think the same effects are with caffeine, for me at least. I take a strong hitting energy drink, like a Bang in the morning, and then I try to take my pre-workout later, and I just don't feel it. It's like the only time I can feel it is if I take some sort of Alpha Yo slapper, which is partially why I think Alpha Yo pre's are such a big hit, is because we're also desensitized from caffeine, that we want to feel something, that people love these energy drinks, and so they sip on these throughout the day. But anyway, so if you are one of those people, if you do love energy drinks, this is kind of cool because now you have something to take pre-workout where like you're not going to blow up your stem bank, and you're still going to get that performance-like factor and that feel of the pre, and with a slight caffeine kick. But with both these types of caffeine, they're not really like just a straight caffeine anhydrase, so they're going to feel a little cleaner too. And honestly, it just doesn't hit like it would like an energy drink. It's unique, it's different. And so there's ways you can kind of do this. I know the owner said that's kind of what he was looking at. He drinks a lot of energy drinks throughout the day and then works out later. And so I could see you even taking this thing, gosh, dang near 7, 8 o'clock at night, and you'd be perfectly fine by bed. It all kind of depends on your stem metabolism and how you hit, but like for the average person, I can't see it dwindling out any longer. Or if you're like someone like me, and you want to save your stems for later, I take this thing in the morning before I do a little cardio, or I use this thing like Saturday afternoon. So Saturday mornings lift weights with the kids after they wake up from their naps. I always like a little bit of caffeine before we go hit a park, hit the zoo, something like that. And this has been an awesome decision for that too. Plus it's really refreshing. I love the unique flavor. Get a nice tall ass cup of water with a couple cubes in it, man. And it's like, it feels like you're drinking a beach beverage. And that's that flavor does matter on pre's like this, because there's so many options out there, daily driver style, that how do we differentiate ourselves? We make a unique product, we make a tasty product, and we make a product with good quality ingredients. And that's what these guys did at Odyssey. So I've only used this thing once for working out, and I had a great time. I had a really awesome time. It was actually coming off a pretty a good little run with Alpha Yo slappers. And I might get canceled here by the women out there, the 5 women subscribers I have, but it kind of reminds me, so you got your hardcore Alpha Yo slapper dailies. Those are like your badass biker girls. This right here, this is your church girl right here, man. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel like you're making good decisions. But this is a church girl with a nice rack. So like this thing, it hits nice. Like it has loaded ingredients, and this is the best way to describe it, to be honest, man. Like I felt clean. It was fun. I felt good about myself taking this one for a good solid leg day today after this run of Alpha Yo products. I don't know if you guys have ever you've taken like an Alpha Yo product, like every other day for a couple days, and then you just feel like physically exhausted and cardiovascularly exhausted too. And so like I felt like I could breathe better. I felt like I was pushing harder. And it was one of those ones I kind of had, you have to put your own work in. You have to come in motivated. Like obviously looking at the label, like this thing's not going to bottle rocket you to the sky, but like you're going to feel good. It's going to be a clean experience. You're not going to be, crazy buzzing out of your mind, anything like that, but it's going to give you exactly what it claims, and it's a fun time. And like I said, this is a pre that your mom's going to be proud of when you take this pre home and show her off to the family. It's a beautiful pre, but it's got a little bit of flash to it too. So that being said, it looks awesome on the shelf. It's got a juicy label, loaded ingredients, good quality sources. Definitely check out Odyssey Fuel. Awesome company. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time.